Gerald was sat in the corner staring at his hands. Occasionally he would flick at an imaginary fly. He would say nothing all day. He would nod if asked if he wanted food or a toilet visit. Otherwise he would sit and stare at his hands or glance wistfully through the window into the garden. Gerald lived with dementia. On one visit, Gerald wasn't in his usual chair. He stayed in his room, said Mary, as she pointed down the corridor, being her ever helpful self. Mary also lived with dementia. I knocked on Gerald's door. There was no answer, so I opened the door and ventured in slowly. Gerald was sat on the edge of his bed, holding a model of a Spitfire. He didn't look up. "Hello, Gerald," I said. "What a beautiful model." He nodded. As I looked around the room, it was full of photos of Spitfires and finely dressed chaps in uniforms, all smiling, fresh-faced and eager. It was an RAF base during the Second World War. Gerald's room was a homage to Spitfires. Then I noticed one picture, a young man by his plane, handsome and dressed to fly. The caption read, "Squadron Leader, Gerald Hughes." "Gerald, that's you," I exclaimed. He looked up with a smile. "Yes, it is," he said. He then stood up and walked to another photo of the officers' mess. Young men, beer glasses in hand, posing for the camera. Gerald carefully pointed to one of the chaps. "That's me too," he said proudly. "Blimey, Gerald, you're a hero," I exclaimed. He approached a shoebox on his bedside and beckoned me to sit down. The box was full of photos, his family, friends, his RAF life. We sat happily for an hour as Gerald delved into his distant memories as if they were happening right now. What a fascinating man to talk with and know. Gerald became my friend, not Gerald living with dementia.